We are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry here for Wangu. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to point, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Watkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. McCann's got it teed up. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. His way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. So the first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if it can.
First and 10 at the 38. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Handoff right side to Wangu. Finding room to the 20. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
They'll
They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Kene Nwangu.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
McCann's got it teed up.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And this one is incomplete.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2. And definitely not playing the check down game.
Second and 10. Here's Lance.
Rolling to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And Lance now to throw.
Going deep here for Watkins. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
To throw, it's Lance.
Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the punt over the side inside the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The pass there complete to Sutton, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Complete. This is Lewis. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Now McManus on to kick this one off. The Browns drive about to get started.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum, because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Lance. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, their first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Chris Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-7. McCann's got it teed up. KJ Hamler returning it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Hyppurr speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet. But we are at 500, and we're still in it. Just try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Wiggles free. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They run it here with Gordon. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought he may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them, and it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Kaepernick going to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On the give is Nwangu.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Open man is Cameron Batson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Wide open receiver complete.
And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Trey Lance
keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
McCann now for the extra point.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
McCann's got it teed up. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete.
early on. The running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the 2nd half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and this certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the 2nd half.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Hyppurr Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the 1st half. But above all, play your game.
On 2nd down and 4, Bridgewater, and his throw is going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and that'll make it 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Yeah, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
On 2nd and 10, Lance, flush to his right, going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Watkins, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. McCann's got it teed up. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Kaepernick will try again on second down.
He'll go up top here for Hyppurr.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand and do any better.
Lance now on first down. He'll get this complete to Batson.
Touchdown, Browns!
Cameron.
Batson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
McCann for the point after.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
McCann's got it teed up. And this will come out to the 25 as Hyppurr elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the change.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Another run now for Nwangwu. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. McCann's kick up and good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to the Wagyu. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kenny Nwangu, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. McCann now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. McCann's got it teed up. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick. Shaping the pressure right. Open man, this is Lewis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Gordon on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now Kaepernick, got to have this one. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's got room. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. McManus now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. On first down, Lance forced out to his left. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you get...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun. Lance sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
Well, the mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. This pass caught by Hamler. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. To throw, Kaepernick. Flush to his right. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here.
They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
That'll do it for us.